What's up, everybody? I'm Blessed and Free. Welcome back to another episode of DOC TV. So, man, you guys probably recognize him. We had him on the show before. We did like a part one. This is going to be part two to that interview. You were at Bevard, right? So, how long were you at Bevard?
I was only at Bevard for 4 months.
Oh, okay. And then where'd you go from that?
When I left Bevard, my first camp was Mayo. Max all yours out.
Oh,
Mayo CI, which is Suwannee County.
So how was Mayo from, like, what was the difference between Mayo and Bevard when you first got there? Things that stood out to you, like, you know, this is going on now, damn, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was different?
Actually, when I got to adult camp, it was like people was more friendlier.
Yeah.
More laid back. It was a couple of stabbings like once every couple of weeks. It was just more laid back, man. It wasn't so wild. So, you know, plus cigarettes were still there. You were able to buy cigarettes at your rec yard. A lot of sports. I actually had a lot of fun at Mayo.
Yeah.
And I had fun to the point that I really ain't know how much time I was really facing. It was like a joke to me.
Yeah. Like you're at camp or some shit.
I'm at camp.
Yeah, that was the same with me, man. Like,
yeah.
you start getting in that routine, and you know, you meet some homeboys, and you're kind of just hanging out, but with no pussy.
I had a lot of love at Mayo, man.
Why'd they ship you from Mayo, though, to another camp?
Oh, actually, they shipped me from Mayo to another camp because it was a riot.
Okay.
And it was the Latin Kings versus the Crips. And for some reason, since I hung around a lot of Kings that time,
right,
I ended up getting into the rack and getting shipped. And I got shipped from there, and I landed at Calhoun, Bluntstown, Florida.
Yeah.
And Calhoun for me was a little rough. I had to have a lot of fights there. I felt disrespected a lot. It was like a whole different environment than Mayo.
Yeah.
It was
so?
It wasn't a bunch of home team there from 305. It was more like everybody from the Panhandle that was there.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, we was on different time sets. You know what I mean? Like, I remember my first fight in there, it was Mail Day. And I got this letter from my girlfriend with a whole bunch of kisses on it. And like I say, I had a 10-year bid, and I think I was on like my almost a year being in prison. And I was getting that mail, and I remember somebody in the front bunk was like, "Nah, bring that bitch here. That look like my bitch lips."
Oh, right.
And the mail came straight to me, so you know, I knew I had to get this mail, but I reacted before the police gave me the mail because I seen my name.
So he was seeing it in the bubble, like the mail on
No, she was walking. I was like on the first row,
okay,
and she was doing pass out, and this dude was on a single bunk, and I'm on the top bunk.
I got you.
But I seen my name on it, and it was like, man, bring that bitch here. That's like my bitch lips. So before the mail even get to me, I'm like, hey, bro, that's my shit. And bitch, when this shit over with, bitch, you gonna give me a fade. And kind of find out, man, I was green. I thought I was being hard.
Yeah, trying to prove yourself.
Yeah, and the old school came and told me, man, listen, young. After the count was clear, he like, let me tell you something, young. I'm like, what's up? He like, listen, you don't never tell nobody that you gonna give them a fade at the count. If you got a problem with somebody,
you handle that shit.
Handle that shit.
Yeah.
When you ready to handle it, don't let nobody know what you gonna handle. You don't know who is who.
Right.
You give him time to get a weapon and kill you. You know, and that old coon, man, he died at Calhoun, man. He was down for 44 years, old man Jerry. Damn. And I think he was at Calhoun for 31 years. And, yeah, man, he gave me a lot of knowledge, man. And I was like, you know what? He dead ass right. So that was my first fight there, man, and I lost that one. That motherfucker pretty big. Yeah, and, you know, I was a jit.
Yeah, well, at least you admit it, because,
yeah.
you know, there's everybody talking about all these fights they get, and they never lose one fight.
But I gained a lot of respect in there because I don't think a lot of people like wanted to fight that dude in there. But, yeah, he whooped my ass pretty decent, man. But you know what, though? I felt like you got to whoop my ass right now.
Yeah, that was the point where you had to do something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I talk about too. Is a lot of people, you know, when they go to prison or they talk to somebody that might be going to prison, they're like, "Look, just mind your P's and your Q's, stay in your own lane, and you'll be fine." But you can still do that and run into problems because, like you said, and when it's disrespect. If you get disrespected and you didn't do anything that day, then now you look sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you let something like that slide, the next thing that's gonna happen to you is you're gonna be at the water fountain trying to cook a soup, and while you're trying to get the hot water hot, the next person finna come and they gonna drink the cold water while you sitting there. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, but you sweet though.
Yeah. When you were at Calhoun, like, what was the gang like there? Like, well, who was running that camp, you said?
Other Latin Kings was Swole there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Latin Kings. And I did a lot of workout with them, a lot of softball with them, got into a lot of fights with them. You know, they rolled with me a little bit. I rolled with them. Yeah. And, yeah, man, it was a pretty smooth ride after then. It was just that sometimes, man, you got to... And it's just like you just said, like, you could go to prison, man, and you could stay to yourself. Mm-hmm. You could go to the canteen, you could stay to yourself, and just do you, and don't gamble, don't do nothing. I guarantee you finna have it worse than a motherfucker that finna go to prison and gamble and do everything. Because when you quiet like that and you don't do nothing, people gonna pull your card. Because they feel like you're avoiding confrontation. Right. Exactly. And when you avoid confrontation, that's when they're going to give you the confrontation. Yeah. And the minute you don't back it up, you fucked up. Get on the next thing smoking.
That's for real. That's for real. How were the white boys at that camp?
The white boys at that camp, it was a lot of Aryan brothers. Mm-hmm. And... one thing, man, and I was cool with a couple, man. Like my man Rabbit, he did a lot of my tattoos. And one thing that I ain't like about that particular camp with the Aryan brothers running at is because it's like all their fights came within one another. Yeah. It's like, bro, the folks just smacked up one of your brothers.
Now you're gonna go
and now you still trying to fight your brother, but what's up over here? Yeah. You know, like, they avoid a lot of conflicts with other gang members. You know, and it's like white boys, man, in prison, man. I ain't gonna say all of them because you got a white boy in prison right now with a life sentence named Rudy Pebble. And he don't fuck off. Okay. I don't give a fuck who you is. You whooping ass and taking names.
Damn, he's living like
that. Yeah, he living like that. And he's small. Damn. Oh, he don't even play.
So who's Rudy Pebble, man? Now I need to know.
Rudy Pebble, man. He's a neutron, but he's from the pan. He's from Tallahassee, matter of fact.
Like a country boy?
Nah. Hood? He from the country, but he's more like a nigga. Yeah. And a white man body. But bumping.
Yeah, 1,000.
Oh, he don't play.
Yeah.
Like, me and him had a conflict before, and I was like, you know what?
You got that?
Nah. You ain't got that, but I'm, you know, like, for me to be able to fight this dude, I really had to think, and it had to really be something serious. Yeah. Because the motherfucker bumping.
Yeah, you're going to get into
it. And it's like, I ain't trying to fight this white boy. Ain't saying he could whoop me, but I done seen him and he ain't nothing nice.
Yeah, he ain't sweet.
But to be getting whooped by a white boy in prison
is not good.
It ain't good.
I feel you. That's like,
but you know, that I'm a homeboy though.
Oh, okay.
But
so
you know,
like,
oh yeah. Yo, we homeboys. But you know, we get slick at each other sometimes, and sometimes, and mainly it's on the basketball court because I'm a bully. And he ain't having that shit. Yeah. And he gonna speak his mind because, bitch, it's whatever. Yeah. He got a life sentence. He wasn't number 20 years old, bitch. It's what it is. Bitch, kill me. So, you know, you gotta be careful with people like that.
Yeah, for real, you do.
But that's my homeboy, man. I hope they friend, man.
Yeah, so he's got life?
He got life.
Damn.
Yeah, he got 3 murders. Yeah, he got life.
So what did you see as far as, like, you know, like kind of what we were saying earlier, like white boys, like you said, there ain't many that are bumping. Would you say that is the race that gets taken up through there the most? as far as break it off?
Oh yeah, most definitely, for sure. Them the ones gonna break it off. Them the ones gonna wash the clothes. Them the ones that's gonna do whatever it take to get through the night.
So when you're in a dorm and you see a white person come in, like, is everybody already saying, like, I got him. Like, let me show him something.
A lot of times they do that, but in this new era, no. Because this new era, what happens is a lot of gangs running dorms. Yeah. So when they see a white person come through, they checking out to see if he gay. Because if he gay, he ain't laying down. He got to go. Yeah. And then what happens is, if he a white boy, they going to put down on him. And if he let them put down on him, he going to be doing the dishes for everybody. Yeah. He going to be cleaning the gulages. He going to be making the beds. Yeah. But they going to take care of him, though. Yeah. He going to smoke his tunchi. They ain't going to let nobody fuck with him. Yeah. But he going to be in that bed doing laundry 7 days a week. He going to be washing bowls 7 days a week.
Staying in the bathroom.
Yeah, the whole time. Bringing cups of water, taking shit out the chow hall and bringing it. He going to be a runner. Yeah, for real. He ain't going to have a break.
I've seen that a lot, man. Especially when I was at golf, man. I saw that like crazy, man. It honestly made me sick.
Like basically, he ain't got to worry about the police waking him up. They going to wake his ass up before it's time to get up.
To get to work.
Yeah, get to work. Get the dorm clean.
So what did you see when you were there, like, as far as, because I have an episode, like, where I actually got into a fight with a booty bandit. And that was, when I was at prison, that was big in the camp that I was in. And I think a lot of people on the street don't understand, like, how all that goes.
I'm going to tell you like this. The hardest punk I ever seen in prison, he's from Jacksonville. He got a life sentence. And y'all who watching and y'all been where I've been at, y'all know him, a.k.a. Kim, Juvenile. And let me tell you something about this punk. He came in at the JIT camp when I was at Jackson. Now, this is one punk that nobody fucks with. And in prison, I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody claim to be hard. Everybody claim to have they set. Everybody claim everything. Yeah. But the main thing is at the end of the day, my pride is me. Right. If I can't take care of my own self, I don't feel right. Oh, yeah. So, by what I seen by Kim is a dude that nobody gonna fuck with because they pick their fights. He gonna beat your ass. Yeah. I don't give a fuck who you is. You could be gang banging, whatever you want.
And he's a JIT?
No, he ain't a JIT now. When he came in, he been in prison now for almost 20 years.
Oh, okay.
But this is a punk. He don't give a fuck what you is. Latin King, folk, whatever you want to be. Get slick when he gonna beat your ass. He gonna slide your ass. Yeah. And then he the one that gonna go like that. Now go tell your brothers and tell them come on and see. Yeah.
Oh, he really
he living like that. He taking cell phones. He taking canteen. And he sucking dick and taking ass at the same time. All in one.
And he's a bad motherfucker.
He a bad motherfucker.
So what did you see as far as like when someone comes in the dorm and you got booty bandits in that dorm, right? And they come in and they're doing the whole, hey man, like I got you back, dog. Anyone fucks with you, come on, let's eat tonight. And they play in that finesse game. Did you see that going on when you were in there?
Well, a lot of times, man, it ain't even finesse these days.
They're taking the booty.
No, they ain't even taking the booty. It's given willingly. That's crazy. Like a punk knows who undercover. A punk.
Yeah, they sniff that shit out.
Oh yeah. And it's like, you feeling me? I'm feeling you. And it's like a date. I'm going to the canteen. We're gonna goulash tonight. Next thing you know, they on their hip wherever they go. I mean, you know, you got the back stall open 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah. That's crazy you say that.
But now when I first went in, I remember going to this dorm, man, at Jackson. And it was early in the morning, man. It was mandatory rec. And I was late to get out, and there's a sheet covered over this bunk. And 2 guys came out of, oh yeah. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And then after he snatched that sheet down and caught them, the police went in the mop closet and caught 2 dudes. And I remember, man, this was an old ass CO funny motherfucker. He said he had all that dick in that man ass. He come out and say, bro, you had this much in him. I'm like, oh Lord, man. Like, I was really like, bro. Like, this shit for real, man.
Yeah, it is
for real, man.
That's crazy you say that, because when I got engulfed, man, I got put in the dorm, and I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, you gotta go piss. So I hit the stall, man, and in the corner, you know, the last cell, the jack cell, there was an officer who was fucking like 3 of the dudes that were at the camp, bringing them phones. He was gay, you know what I'm saying? And he was bringing them phones, Tunchi, everything in. And that was like my first 2 weeks at that camp. So I was like, damn, dog, where am I at, bro? You know what I mean? You see that shit and you're just like, this shit's crazy.
That's when it's time to get home.
Yeah, dog, you ain't lying, man. So you're at Calhoun. Did you end up going to other camps, or did you ride it out there?
No, I left Calhoun and went to Jackson.
Okay. And that's where you met the bumping booty band?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I remember I got to Jackson in 2008. I got released in 2017. I got to Calhoun 2008, and I stayed at Calhoun to 2014. And I did a long time there. I basically grew up there.
Yeah.
And I was wild, man, at Jackson, man. I stayed in jail. I stayed fighting. Some of the guards ain't like me. I remember working in the kitchen one day, and Sergeant Singletary, he ain't like me, dude, and he ain't like nobody.
Yeah.
And I remember working on the line, and it was hot dog day. And I remember him sticking his head between the flap, and he said, "Hey, inmate." I said, "What's up, Sarge?" He said, "Give me 2 dogs with sleeves on them." And I said, "What?" He said, "Motherfucker, I say, give me 2 dogs with sleeves." I said, "Bro, what the fuck is you talking about?"
Yeah, really.
He like, "Motherfucker, I said 2 hot dogs and 2 motherfucking bread. What the fuck don't you understand?" I said, "Man, you can suck my dick."
Sideways.
Yeah, because, motherfucker, you talking to me like I'm your bitch.
Yeah.
So, you know, he ended up coming around, grabbing me by my neck, pushing me up against the wall. And I remember I ain't fight him, but like, man, watch out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you got going on.
Yeah.
And I remember he sprayed me in there. And I went to confinement. That was my first time in confinement there. And I remember later on that night, I ended up getting sprayed again by some captains. You know, what the fuck going on?
Yeah,
they just ran the train on my ass. So I'm like, oh, Lord, I got to get up out of here. So I ended up being good. They ended up stopping, man. I think I got gassed for like 3 days straight. And I ended up talking to one of the captains, and he was like, "Man, you know what, man, you ain't that bad after all, man. We're going to leave you alone." And I remember becoming the staff barber there. And I was the staff barber for like 3 years there, man. And I remember meeting one of the biggest kings that ever motherfucking walked Florida.
Yeah.
And his name is Chino Leon. And a lot of the kings say that he was fucking boys and all this, man. But, you know, all I can say for me, motherfucker got a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And you're a bad motherfucker.
But, you know, haters will say that, man, just to...
Haters will say that, man, but I think they, like, really believe it. And I can't believe it because I never seen it.
Right. You got to see what you're
You can tell me what somebody did, but guess what? I need to see it.
Yeah. Where's the video?
What a video.
Yeah.
Because the respect that I seen this dude get from any gang, any officer, anything, he's a dangerous, big, bad motherfucker. And he been in prison 28 years. Damn, so and matter of fact, he's getting out next month.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he bad.
So when you were saying like the officers got you in the chow hall for the hot dog thing, like what did you see as far, like obviously they're corrupt, man, but to give the people at home an idea of what it's like for an inmate when you're getting into the prison system, what would you say was like the craziest thing you saw as far as the corruption went?
I done seen officers don't like an inmate. Like, I remember on the rec yard one day, they searched you going on the rec yard, and I watched with my own eyes an officer take a phone out of his pocket and slip it in the inmate's pant pocket.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why they changed the uniforms in DOC.
Yeah. To the
stretchies? To the stretchies with no pockets.
Yeah.
Because of that reason right there. So I remember watching that officer slid that phone in him. And I remember he manipulated that inmate so much till the inmate punched him in his face. And when the inmate punched him in his face, they damn near killed him. And I remember looking, and I'm like, bro.
The officers almost killed the inmate after the dude hit him.
But the reason why, because the officer put the phone in his pocket, like, bro, what are you doing, bro? What you talking about, bro? That ain't mine.
Yeah.
And
he set him up.
He set him up, and I like felt everything for this dude, and I'm like, bro, I would never know that the police would do that.
Yeah.
Bro, it's very corrupt. You got officers like certain sets, officers like certain people, and if they don't like you,
you're done.
You're done. They got officers that stick to strictly white, and the officers that stick to strictly white, you already got a racist dorm getting started.
Yeah.
Because he's moving all the whites where the whites got to go.
Yeah.
You got certain officers that like child molesters. Because nowadays they have child molester dorms.
Yeah, they're protected.
Where they protect them at.
Yeah, that shit.
And it's crazy. Like, dude, this could be one of your goddamn kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're not protecting this dude here getting stabbed because he's trying to lead a gang. Yeah, kill him.
Yeah.
But this dude, man, that's fucking little kids' minds up for the rest of their life. That's who you're trying to protect.
Yeah. Dude, when I was at golf, they had a dorm exactly what you're saying. And they're all in wheelchairs. I mean, they're mixed now through the compound, too. They weren't in strictly a dorm for them. But there's a lot of them, man. They sit around talking about it like kikiing with each other about what little boys and girls they're touching and shit. Like, it's crazy, man. It's like, what's the most violent thing that you saw between an officer and an inmate?
Oh. The most violent, like me, personally, I ain't finna get on here and bullshit nobody and say I seen an inmate kill an officer or inmate stab an officer. The most thing I seen was an inmate beat a captain up.
That's gangster.
Like straight beat him.
Yeah.
Like dropped him.
Yeah, and they're
all
dicks.
over the canteen. And the reason why that's the most violent for me on an officer is because a captain is the captain of the compound.
Right.
You can hit a regular CO, you see that daily.
Yeah.
Not even daily, because really, the reason why DOC is so corrupt now, and this was before my time.
So before you answer that, I'm going to say it's corrupt right now because the inmates let it be corrupt.
And the reason why they let it be corrupt is because I'm going to say we because I never forget where I came from. I basically grew up there.
Yeah.
But what it is we so focused on beating each other up and taking each other's shit.
Facts.
But we not worrying about beating the police up when they take what's ours too. They take our TV. They tell you no football. They tell you no canteen. They tell you, motherfucker, you ain't eating today.
Yeah.
They spray you. I mean, they fucking beat you.
Yeah, kick you.
I mean, if I go beat up a gang member brother, they finna come try to kill me. But when the officer kick your brother in his shit and spit on him and treat him like a bitch, y'all don't go defend that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
So if we focus on us, the crackers got us in prison. We got ourselves in prison, but while we here, if we was to focus on us and everybody in blue, no matter what, some of them deserve to get their ass whooped. Child molesters. They deserve to get it. But if we focus on us and not kill us, we got more power than just 40 officers on the compound. Right. You got 40 officers talking bad and talking shit and cussing and whooping ass with 300 motherfuckers in blues, bro.
Yeah, more than that sometimes. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I know.
Are you kidding me?
It's ass backwards, man, is what it is.
Ass backwards. But back in the 80s, the police ain't treat you like that. My dad did time in the 80s. The officers used to get knocked out, beat up. That's when there was home team, strong team.
Yeah. Before all the
we grew up together. How we gonna let that cracker do that? You crazy?
Yeah.
We putting on for the hood. No, now, I don't know. They putting on for everywhere across the state. Because we from Florida, man.
Yeah.
We can wear whatever color we want to wear, wherever we want across Florida.
Yeah.
Now, when you leave state, you can't wear whatever color because that's them up there.
Yeah, end up with some.
We Floridians, man. We gunshine state, man.
When you were getting close to being released, like, what was your mind state like at that time?
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. When I was getting close to being released, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I was wild all the way to my 8th year. When I got to my 8th year, man, I remember going to confinement. I ended up doing a year in confinement. I've been to CM 3 times. I mean, bro, I could go on, bro. I've been to CM 3 times, man. I was on CM 1, CM 2, CM 3. And I was at Charlotte on CM, so I'm back in the day type.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I was so wild, man. Bro, I EOS'd after 10 years with 132 DRs.
Damn, bro.
55 of them for fighting. The rest of them for disrespect. Because I never tolerated an officer telling me anything. I could have Vizzo Sunday and you try me today, cracker, fuck you.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't come, man.
Yeah.
It's like, man, after I got past my 8th year, man, I end up getting transferred to Sago Palm. And when I got to Sago Palm is when my sentence really hit me, man. Actually, it really hit me after my 5 years. Like, I remember waking up in the middle of the night and just thinking about my family, bro, and crying. And I was like, bro,
time to change.
Bro, I'm gone, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm 12 hours away from home.
Yeah.
This all I got. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm sad. Sometimes a nigga who I think my homeboy really ain't. Like,
it's like you're living in a delusion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, prison is the army, man. I ain't never even been to the army, but be all you can be. You know, they cool with you today, stab you in your back tomorrow, give you a knife today to go kill him and then stab you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's like, that's why I got this hat on, man. Okay. Don't trust anyone. And I wore this specifically for this right here. You can't trust nobody.
That's real, man.
Because ain't nobody loyal. You could say I'm 100, ain't nobody 100. Because me, I think I'm 100, but guess what? I'm flawed. You flawed. You flawed. Everybody got flaw in them.
Yeah. Ain't
nobody 100. Because you don't wake up the same every day. You wake up happy one day, you wake up grouchy the next day. Ain't nobody 100. 100 is God.
That's right.
We ain't 100.
Right.
We 50.
That's real.
You never know what you going to get from me today. Or tomorrow, or the next day. I'm bipolar. I'm this. I mean, I could get, like in prison, everybody say you 100. If I give you a soup because you hungry, oh, that nigga real. I just gave you 35 cents, bro.
That's exactly what they say.
Fuck you mean I'm real. I give you a honey bun. Oh, that nigga, that's strap. Strap? What the fuck a honey bun?
Yeah, peanuts to an elephant, my friend.
I mean, and I was poor in prison. I just had my mama sending me $100 a month. Then I had my homeboy. I mean, I had everything, but I never looked at myself like I was rich because I was hitting the canteen.
Yeah.
Like, I used to gamble my shit. But it's like, man, it's just, man, so after them 5 years, I used to wake up, man, crying, man, thinking, and I was like, man, you know what, man? I just want to get home, man, and I never had nobody die on me in prison.
Thank God.
And a lot of people do. And when I really started seeing that and focusing more on that, I started to think like, bro, I used to ask God and tell God, man, before you take my mama, please let me come home.
Yeah, let me spend some
That's
time
all
with her.
I got.
Yeah.
Without her, I'm lost. So, man, that's the kind of things I used to take for granted, man. And, you know, man, I stressed my mom to the point, like, a lot of us, when we gone and doing time young like I did with all that time, we don't really know, man, how much stress we put on my mom. Like, when I got out after doing my 10 years, man, my mom looked at old, man, at
like
57, man.
Just,
and I was like, man, Mom, what the hell? She was like, man, I've been stressed out for 10 years. And, you know, and like I kind of, and I felt it, bro, because, bro, she cried for 10 years every day.
Yeah.
I'm my youngest son. She can't see me. She can't hold me. I missed holidays. Bro, this is my first Thanksgiving in 13 years.
Damn, bro. Congratulations, man.
This is my first Thanksgiving in 13 years.
Man,
this is going to be
crazy.
my first Christmas in 13 years. I'm going to knock on wood to hope I can make it. But, man, it's just a blessing, man.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming on the channel, man, and spreading your word and shit.
Yeah.
So, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and with that, it's DOC TV, and we're out.